Welcome back, everybody, to Kusog7ande, the Bad Video Game Tournament. Now, this is our last match that we're going to have for the day, but remember what's coming up this week. For me, on Tuesday, along with Flannel Cat and PC Lives and PC, we're going to be over on the GDQ channel at 7 p.m. Eastern Tuesday to play some Phasmophobia. We'll go ahead and talk about various strategies, probably do quite a few runs to show off what that game is all about. We did the run at GDQ, and this will be a chance for us to crack it open a little bit more and discuss it. On Friday, I will be having my first show for Grudge Match over on GDQ. We will be having some people do blind races against each other. Very similar to Kusog7ande 1v1, just one-off matches. We do have Flannel Cat versus Xandra, and then we've got a mystery match, partly a mystery because the people who agreed to do the second match realized that they had agreed to babysit that night, so I gotta find a couple other people. Welcome to my life. Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, we may have some Kusog7ande, and Sunday I will be hosting over on the Fastest Furs channel as they do some money raising, or as they have a marathon raising a little money for supporting Planned Parenthood. So it's going to be a very action-packed week. I'm very excited for everything that's happening there. Xandra, I'm so excited to see you resolve all of your grudges. Well, let's go ahead and see where Crappy takes us next. No, that's not Crappy. I mean, it is crappy, but, you know, very different. Everybody say hello to the GM for our fourth game. I'm really glad that she is here. It has been a hot minute or two. We have our dear friend, Hedgemaze. Hedgemaze, hello! I would love to talk to you. How are you doing, Hedgemaze?
Good. How are you, Percentia?
Great. We just had a very exciting 20-in-1 cart game, like one of the better multi-cart games that I've ever seen. Like, honestly, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was neat.
Yeah, you, though, I think you're going a very different route here.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
This is, not a platformer, not a 20-in-1. This game, I'm actually being nice. My first game last year was Ghostbusters 2 for Atari 2600. That was a mean game. I'm not being mean today.
That was not nice.
No, I'm not being mean today. I'm being nice. I'm giving out a fun game that I enjoy. And I think we're going to enjoy listening to. Yeah, well, I could say a lot of things. But anyway, we are going to play... we're going to play Skitchin for Genesis.
You laughed in the middle of that, so yeah. I clicked the reveal button while you were laughing. Just so you know. Skitchin for Genesis. I don't know this game. I think I might. I don't know.
It's a fun game. I'm bringing it here not because it's terrible. It's like a bit difficult and has whatever other problems, but it's really fun. And it's got great music. I feel like I may have played it once or twice. I'm not sure though. It's really fun, and this is very 90s. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with this one. I like the 90s. Yeah. Yeah, this is very 90s. Okay, good. Well, honestly, you're speaking my language. I think that I'm just trying to get one person stream right now, and I can't find it. That'd be Claire's stream here. But otherwise, everybody else is getting their streams up and getting ready to roll. Yeah. So, question, what do you love about the 90s the most? I don't know. I mean, there was a lot of bad things about the 90s, too. But okay. The music was good. No, I'm asking you, like, what you like about the 90s. Let's start with the good stuff. I don't know, we had some good games in the 90s. Like, what do you like about the 90s? Nothing. The answer is nothing. Nothing redeemable about the 90s. It's just, welcome to the 90s. We are terrible people. Yeah. Not necessarily faults, but yeah. Yeah, we had some good music. We had, and what we're going to talk about here is we had a lot of really fun, like, radical extreme sports games and things like that. It's like, what happened to that? I was talking to my wife about that. It's like we haven't had one of those in a long time, but this was fun. Okay. We got players changing their usernames on us.
Yeah. Get the chance. Okay, I'm telling them, everybody, if you change your username, that is completely fine. I would just ask you to go ahead and change it when you get the chance over on Discord so that it is updated. You have that chance. Not a huge deal, though. I can deal with it right now. Cool. Yeah, let me see. Okay. Just give me a little bit. I'll have it updated. I'm working on it. Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. So yeah. Have you been playing anything really interesting yourself lately?
I don't know, not really, because I just moved recently, and we have, my wife had her set up on some cardboard boxes and some books, and now we have desks up here. Well, she has a table, but anyway, our setup has been kind of iffy, but we have been playing some interesting games, I guess. She's got a lot of PS2 demo discs, so we've been looking through all those. Can't get them out in Kusog7ande, but you can enjoy them.
Well, good. So I'm just talking to the players a little bit as we get things set up. Because I know that Slow Beef was like, hey, you appreciate what I'm doing, and I'm like, I see you navigating Steam. I'll get you captured, Mr. Beef. I'll do it. By the way, I have talked to Slow Beef a little bit lately. I'm really excited that he's back this year. I think he took a year off. Everybody needs a year off of Kusog7ande every once in a while, and that is completely fine. But I'm glad that he's back and ready to suffer for your entertainment, everybody. But again, Slow Beef is kind of like, by default, ready to suffer for our entertainment, so I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm trying to get him to play for what is it, the grudge match show. We'll see if he has time. He's been very busy with kids as well, and I think that is probably the biggest reason why he's been gone for a little while. You know, you got to take care of your kids when you're a parent. They're number one.
Yeah, kids are important.
Yeah. You got to make your number one kids for number one dad. You can't just have a number... You can't be number 5 dad. You got to be number 1. Your number 5 dad? Where did all these other dads come from? I don't even know. Okay,
yeah,
I think I actually have everything captured.
If you're competing in Kusog7ande, aren't you a number 2 dad?
Why? No, gross. Ew. I'm not even gonna acknowledge that anymore because we've got all of our players ready to rock. I hear this beautiful Genesis music. It looks like players are ready to skitch.
Yeah, this has got a good soundtrack. Some good tunage.
Okay, I'm checking right now to see if the players are good to roll. We've got Exuno, Slow Beef, Valiclaire, and Anisep gonna duke it out and try to make as much progress as they can in an hour. Whoever does takes the victory, takes the 10 points. The person who comes in last takes 2 points. They will still be in the tournament, but they'll have to play not perfect, but they'll have to take first for the rest of the matches if they want to make it into the bracket. So I think people want to laugh at a dumb joke. The left and the right. And it sets... Okay, yeah, that is fair. But that's actually a concern when it comes to games. I'm glad that it does say thanks there, so thank you. Good to know, yeah, left and right.
Just letting us know that it's correct.
Kusog7, yeah. Oh no, he put the... Okay, I need to put that line through the 7 so it doesn't look like Kusog7ande. Fine. Fine, Slow Beef. I'll do it for you, maybe. Actually, I'll do it for Xandra because Xandra did that and it looked pretty good.
Let me start the prediction here. And there we go.
Okay, I'm letting the players know, get to the main menu so that I can start. Okay, here we go, everybody. Wish the players the best of luck, and I need your most radical emotes. Spam those, please, in chat. The coolest, the best. Action. We need kick flips. We need spins. Yeah.
Yeah, if you happen to have any rollerblades or anything radical and 90s and extreme and dangerous. So now they get to name their skater.
I'm going to go ahead and say that going to the shop counts as them starting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we go. We have begun. Thank you. I see spins. I see lots of spinning. Yeah. I see geese. Geese are pretty radical. I see some buffering. That's radical. Okay. By the way, yeah, all of the players have started. Buffering is very 90s. You don't even know.
Oh no, they're skipping. No, they're skipping through the dialogue. It actually is helpful if you read it, but that's their problem,
really?
Not mine. Yeah.
Yeah, they can deal with that. Honestly, if the players go a little bit slower, Spectre reporting live from Outlaw Sports. Look at his hair. Okay, we got this guy. Try skating on the center line of the road and grab for a passing vehicle on your left. Ooh, okay, Slow Beef, the only person to get that hint.
Yeah, this game gives hints.
Yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. I wonder if it's going to come in handy. What information did you give the players, by the way?
Very little. I told them how to soft lock, so I told them not to do that.
Okay.
Basically, you soft lock if you run out of money. So don't.
Don't run out of money. You know what? That's true in real life as well.
Yeah. You soft lock in the game, you soft lock in real life.
I hate when that happens. Yeah, my bank account occasionally soft locks.
So yeah, does this game look familiar?
I can't get a hamburger. This looks like Road Rash.
It's Road Rash. It is the same developers.
Who would have guessed?
It's a couple years later. But I think this. I did ask if any of the players were familiar with Road Rash. None of them were. But besides knowing it's a game. But I don't think it would actually be a veto if they did, because this has got a lot more mechanics than Road Rash does. Yeah,
Road Rash. Honestly, it's fairly simplified. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Okay, Slow Beef just got run over. But yeah, in essence, you know, you're riding motorcycles and you're whacking people and trying not to hit a car. Although I would say this frame rate is much better than Road Rash on Genesis.
Yeah.
Like, did this come out after Road Rash then?
Yeah, I think a couple years later. It's like, was this like 94, I think?
Yeah, it shows.
Yeah. But yeah, I really actually do like this game. Like, there's a lot of effort put into this. But anyway, so let's just talk about what Skitchin is. So it's skate hitchin'. And the box in the manual are very, like, determined to tell you not to try this at home. Which is fascinating to me because it's just like, they could still release games like this. Okay, Slow Beef had to go to the hospital and pay $10. So that's...
that's a lot of money.
Yeah, well, we're in Canada, so, you know, this is Vancouver.
Is it $10 Canadian dollars?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, only $10? That's right. But still, I don't want to pay $10. Just go ahead and put it on the bill. I'll pay it later.
But yeah, so you see, it's possible to run out of money if you spend all your money or you keep losing and having to go to the hospital, and if you get arrested and get fined.
Okay, so I'm showing that Road Rash came out in 91. So this was 3 years later, enough time for them to polish the mechanics. Honestly, for 91, I'd say that Road Rash is kind of impressive for the Genesis, but it's also very, very flawed.
Yeah. It's a fun idea, though.
Yeah, so the PC version is fun. It's uncontrollable, but I love it.
That's the one you run, isn't it?
Oh my gosh. Yes. Maybe I should make another video and try to submit it to, like, Awful Games Done Quick for January. Would love to play that.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah, it looks like Ubi is pointing out some skitching going on for Slow Beef. Did Slow Beef actually manage to grab on?
I think so. So that's the thing. This first level isn't complicated. You just have to basically learn how to skitch and slingshot yourself, and how the mechanics work. I gave them very little information about this, so this is on them to figure out. It looks like
Valiclaire is learning and also punching Rabid. Good.
Yeah.
You hitch onto a car. I think seeing the other players grab onto cars is helpful information. So, you know, you can learn it from visual cues, but honestly, reading the text definitely gave Slow Beef a bit of an advantage there. With that said, yeah. I don't know how far any of the players have really made it.
Not terribly far. You have to place in the top 5 in a race to advance.
Top 5, huh?
We'll see. So yeah, we'll see how they do. Valiclaire is got a minute left, and she's in 4th. They're in 4th place.
Yeah.
Slow Beef is in 2nd place. Slow Beef, I think, is benefiting from reading the directions.
Yeah, but Fester is coming up. Fester's trying to get you. Okay, Slow Beef managing to do a little bit of a slingshot. The unfortunate thing is it's a little bit difficult. You can't see how fast you're going. You don't really... Well, I guess that's true when you're rollerblading. You don't really see how fast you go.
What is going on with Xuno?
Oh, I think Xuno may have restarted, yes.
Yeah, so I told them to save their passwords, because you get individual passwords for wherever you're, like, it includes your dollar value and your status, so that if you should just be saving those, because if you start, like, losing on a race, like, repeatedly, like, you really are going to want to go back to make sure you're not running out of money.
Yeah. Well, there we go. I think we had the first race completion by Slow Beef. Look at that guy. Thumbs up.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, what you gonna buy? Can you buy anything? Do you have money?
Yeah, you have money. You get money from winning races.
Best to upgrade.
I am not sure which things are the most important. I think gloves are probably helping with combat, I guess. But anyway, you need all the gear. And the problem is that it wears down. You can see at the bottom of some of the players' screens, there's like a health bar and then there's a skates bar. But yeah, I think skates are the only one you actually need. I forget. But anyway, that's what the gear is. So they can upgrade it whenever they want, but they don't... Oh, Slow Beef's gonna change the music.
I mean, change music. Keep it
I told them to do that.
The jams coming.
I told them that they're all good. They're all hot jams. You could pick whichever tunage you like.
Oh, yeah. I'm taking a look at the people who worked on this, by the way, and I don't see Road Rash on any of their histories. So I'm actually very... Because this, as far as I can tell, was put out by EA Canada.
Yeah.
And the makers of Road Rash, I'm pretty sure that was Interplay.
Well, it's on the same engine. That's what I know.
Okay, I'll go ahead and look a little bit. No, it was developed and published by EA. Never mind, I lied. Probe Software, Code Monkeys worked on some of them. Never mind, it was EA. I lied!
Okay.
Look, Road Rash came out at a time when EA was actually fairly decent.
Okay, Anasep is on a bonus round.
Although I feel like Road Rash was, like, incidentally racist in some ways, like, at least in the between cutscenes. I'm not completely sure, but, like, I don't know. There are a few things about Road Rash that I just don't go to when I'm playing on stream, because I don't really want people to raise an eyebrow when I'm playing, because there are a few eyebrow raisable sections in it, you know?
Yeah, there's some games that are not holding up to today's standards.
Yeah. They did, by the way, have a stuntman for this game, Troy Mannering. I have no idea who that is, but there was definitely somebody who did stunts and got credited for this.
Yeah. Can I read the Wikipedia page thing here for this? To collect reference material for the stunt scene of the game, the development team went to the Skate Ranch, a skating area in Toronto, where they directed to Troy Mannering, the community's reputed best skater. So they rented a warehouse, set up a series of ramps, and they spent several days videotaping him doing different moves that they rotoscoped for the game's characters. And then for the graffiti in the game, they conducted an exhaustive tour of Toronto and photographed graffiti styles they liked, and found a phone number on one of the walls, came in contact with Carlos Zelaya, Zach Benwell, and Nelson Garcia. They were teenagers and unable to drive, so they conducted the interview at a train station. The kids were impressed with the game concept and suggested a grunge soundtrack, and so then the game's audio artist Jeff Van Dyke, initially not knowledgeable of the genre, but developed a taste for it after being locked in a room and listening to a collection of CDs of bands from Seattle's grunge scene. So I just really love how much effort they went into with this.
That's really cool. They actually
really
went
authentic.
And okay, I love that. That's actually very cool. And honestly, I would say that this game, maybe it's a little bit jank, but I also kind of find it endearing in many ways, you know?
Yeah, I think it's really fun.
Look at this. This is on the Genesis. And it runs this smoothly with this much detail.
Yeah, like if you were a kid when this came out, like who wouldn't want to play this? This just looks super fun and
yeah, not only that, but look at the clouds. You have multiple layers of clouds that are going past each other. You have multiple layers of buildings that are going past each other. That way you have a more natural feel, like you're actually going to the city. And the mountains are on a different layer. You've got, of course, the skating area here. I have to say, visually, this game is extremely impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why is this on Kusog7ande?
Because it's round one, and I think it's fair to bring a game that's kind of janky and difficult, but not extremely terrible.
Jank, difficult, but not necessarily terrible. Okay, cool.
Yeah, this has been a game that's been brought up repeatedly in past years by GMs, but nobody's actually given it out before, so I thought we may as well have it this time.
Yeah, that sounds great to me. And honestly, what's the jankiest part of trying to play it? Is it like what you see on Slowbeef's screen?
So I found
it looked like Slowbeef may have had to reset. Yeah.
I found a magazine review of this, and I just find it really funny that a magazine that came out at the time is still describing this as adding to the tough challenge is the slight discrepancy between your button presses and the on-screen responses. This is especially evident when you try to skitch and simultaneously fight other players. Timing and control are crucial, and here they're less than perfect. However, control can be mastered after a few rounds. So yeah, it's janky.
Okay,
not
so
extremely
essentially,
responsive.
You just have to sort of think, what do I want to be doing in about half a second, and then take that into consideration when you are pushing buttons. That's not too surprising. You sort of have to do a little bit of that in even the PC version of Road Rash, which is a lot more responsive. But you do have to think ahead when you are doing anything there. Essentially, when I'm playing a game like that, what I have to think is, where do I want to be in about 1 second, and start aiming in that direction.
Yeah, you have to be. You have to be thinking about your. Claire is in San Diego now.
Yeah, I think that is that a first place then for Claire?
Yeah. The others are in Denver. I don't remember where on the set is, but yeah. There's 12 different tracks. I am not extremely confident anyone will beat this, but if they do, good for them. But yeah, this game gets hard.
Oh my gosh. There we go. Nice jumps by Slowbeef. Unfortunately, losing a little bit of speed doing all of these cool stunts. You know, they're good moves, though. It looks like Slowbeef trying to skitch a ride. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of things you can do in this that you can't do in Road Rash. You can do tricks, which I didn't tell him how to do, but you can do them. and you get extra extra money from that, but it's not like necessary. But it's good if the players will learn different things they can do to make money, because you need it.
Honestly, buying better gear is probably the best way to do well in later races. I imagine that the difficulty really ramps up, mostly because if it's at all like Road Rash, the other players get better equipment, and you need it.
Someone in chat's asking if I gave them the instruction manual. Absolutely not.
Well, Valaclaire unfortunately went to the hospital, but luckily that was a Canadian hospital and doesn't have to pay too much money. I'm glad that they flew you from San Diego. No, they flew you straight from San Diego to a Canadian hospital. They're like, do not go to one here in the U.S. Oh, jeez.
That's nice of them.
Yeah. Okay, Slow Beef just grabbing onto a van. Good job there. I love the AI at the left on Slow Beef's screen. That's good. I think the AI was having some problems there.
Their skates broke.
Oh, well, that's not good as well. Yeah, you gotta fix those.
Yeah, like Slow Beef's skates are low on health too.
Yeah, that's another standard thing when it comes to Road Rash, is that you have 2 health bars, your health and your durability when it comes to your equipment here. So if either of those goes all the way down, then you end up dying. However, you also have a 3rd health bar, which is your current stamina. You see it to the right of Slow Beef, for example, the full green bar. That's your bar that basically determines if you stay on your skates. When people punch you, that bar goes down, your health bar goes down a little bit, but it's that main big green bar that you got to focus on in order to not fall down. So you've got the health bar. When that runs out, you fall down. You've got your actual health bar. When that runs out, you go to the hospital, and you've got your skate health bar. When that runs out, you got to repair your skates.
Yep, I hope you like health bars.
There's so many health bars.
By the way, because Xuno's in front of a sign that said buy things. There's various like cheats and silly things in this game. I didn't give them, I could have given them the codes to change their hat or something, but I didn't. But, you know, there's a bunch of cheat codes in here. One of them is if you jump into a specific sign on the side of the road, it will do a level skip to the end of a race. It could be a future race. It could be a past race. I told the players not to do that because I don't know if that would be a problem. Just rather avoid that.
It looks like Anisep on the bottom right is considering changing controls, and that may end up paying off depending.
Yeah, I told them to feel free to choose whatever's comfortable to them. There is only 3 buttons and D-pad in this, really, and start. But you can have that whatever way you like.
Heck yeah. Well, let's see Anisep getting back into the game. It looks like 3 of our players are at San Diego, and right now, Xuno and Valaclaire are both relatively close to the end of the race, although 9th and 8th place, that's not great. You got to come in the top 5 to proceed. However, do you still get money if you finish the race in 9th, 8th, 7th?
No, I'm pretty sure you don't. So that's what I meant about, like, running out of money. If you're spending money on your entry fees and not earning anything, after a while you can start running out of money.
Gotcha. I know in Road Rash you did get money if you finished in lower places. You didn't get a whole lot, but you got a little bit.
Could be wrong, but I don't think you did. We'll see.
Okay, Slow Beef doing some good combat here. Perfect.
But yeah, there are tricks to this. So you wanna hitch onto cars.
That trip! Oh, that was beautiful. Unfortunately, his Slow Beef skates are almost broken. So I do not... actually, with that much damage, he's probably going to have to restart this race.
But yeah, there's various tricks here. Someone in chat just mentioned that Beef learned you can use your opponents as ramps. But yeah, you can duck. And that will help in later races when the cars will notice you and slow down if they see you in the back. So if you gotta crouch down so that they don't see you,
they'll see you and slow down. Oh, that's great.
Then there's cop cars eventually. There's all kinds of things that start getting wrenches that start getting thrown into this.
Oh, I believe it. Honestly, like, if I were somebody who noticed somebody grabbing onto my car, I would absolutely, like... Then again, like, if I would probably just slow down, but, like, I'm somebody who is completely fine messing a little bit with somebody as long as it's not going to be dangerous. Like, if somebody decides to tailgate and turn on their brights and start honking at me, I'll just go ahead and take my foot off the gas pedal and just let them deal with it. I'm going the speed limit, okay? I was going maybe even 5 over the speed limit, and if you really want to go fast, well, you may have the chance to pass me in a little bit. Enjoy. There we go. Slow Beef actually did not have the skates break. 9th place, though. Good. Let's see about if Slow Beef actually gets any money from that. Slow Beef is a loser.
Slow Beef is a loser?
But that is $32. Okay.
Okay.
So little additional money.
You get a little money. That's good. I love the by the way.
Oh my gosh.
It's really good. I think Bird Rush also had a but yeah, the is good.
It did. It was a little bit deeper, you know. I think that, you know, the guys here are definitely more of the teenage crew, I think, what this game is repping.
Slow Beef did not repair the skates before starting this match.
Nah. Yeah, this is gonna end poorly, I think. Unless Slow Beef plays very, very well. But I don't know. It's very questionable. We'll have to see what he does. Anisep, meanwhile, is trying to get back into the game. Exuno and Valaclaire have pretty good pushes. Exuno currently in 4th place on this race with only 0.6 miles to go. Valaclaire falling down, getting run over. Still enough health to make it, but unfortunately that's back down to 8th place, and that's probably not going to be good enough. Exuno just hit by a car. That's probably going to make it so that Exuno doesn't qualify here. Well, dang it. Don't you hate when you get hit by a car? 6th place! Oh, no!
And that is a game over for Slow Beef. Money for new skates? No, you don't. Okay. That's why I told you to save your passwords.
I love this. This is being very difficult. It really is a very difficult game. It's hard to make progress in here.
Yeah, it's difficult, but in a way that I respect. Like, I don't think this game is, like, unfair. I think it's just difficult.
I would agree with you. Yeah, it could be much more difficult and not built.
And it ramps up. Like, it adds different mechanics over time with the cars that slow down or drive in different lanes or other things.
Yeah. I find it a little bit weird that this manual for Skitchin actually doesn't have any lore. What the crap? How can you have a game about Skitchin and have no lore?
Yeah, is there any lore to this? You're just
There's not. I'm looking. Yeah, it doesn't even tell you why you're Skitchin. It's not like, hey, you've had a rough life, but you know what's cooler than, like, eating top ramen? Skitchin. Nope.
Yeah, I like that there's...
immediately discontinue use if you see flashing images and you don't feel good. So, that's all the lore I've got.
Yeah, that's good Kusog7ande knowledge. If you start not feeling good.
Yeah, if you don't feel good, stop playing the game. There you go, everybody. That's the lore.
But yeah, I do like that we are apparently, like, there's sketchers who are, like, broadcasting this somewhere, and, like, before your match, like, each race, like, they're commentating this. So it's like, is this, like, televised? What is this?
I can actually appreciate the game, like, having some in-game lore. That's pretty good. And there's some good pictures in the game as well. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop that into. I'm gonna drop the cast of characters into the GM chat if you want to do something with that picture.
I might. Let me go ahead and see. Let me go ahead and save this picture real quick so that I can share it with everybody. You got to see this person in the manual. I'm not sure where they got these glasses here, but I like it. Okay, here we go. As soon as I get this up, glasses. Where's my glasses picture? Did I put it here? Everybody, welcome to actually trying to show you stuff. It's so hard. Here you go. From the manual, right here. Very important character who may or may not show up at some point. I don't know who this is.
Yeah, this is the Skitchin lifestyle.
This is what you look like when you skitch.
Yeah.
Without safety equipment.
I also like the picture of the Skitchin crew on the same page. In the manual.
Yeah.
Yeah, might want to show that one off.
Okay, let me see if I can find that real quick. Let me go there. They're a good crew. I'm just hoping that doing this. Everybody, if you notice that the stream pauses when I do this, let me know, because if so, then I will go ahead and save these pictures a different way. But I'm doing it right now. If it pauses right now, then that means that is my fault. And if it doesn't, then it's not my fault. Yeah.
Hey, Handbag, this race should be a good warm-up track. Just reading Exuno's
such a good warm-up, yeah.
Commentary here.
Good warm-up. Okay, let me go ahead and get this saved. I will skitchin it with everyone. Skitchin crew. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Here's the whole Skitchin crew. Specifically, people who worked on the game, from what it looks like. Lee Patterson, Wayne Radfield, Jack Snowden in the front there. Yeah, I like them. Officially called the Skitchin crew in the manual. They're pretty radical. Honestly,
yeah, I miss when games would. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I love that they actually went and like did their own research on sort of the culture and vibes related to this whole Skitchin scene. It was a very specific time in history, I would say. I don't think people did this too much after, like, outside of the 90s.
Yeah, and I really appreciate when games did do this kind of thing authentically. Like, there was a breakdancing game that my wife and I found for PS2, and that seemed like they also put a lot of effort into it. And it's just like, I wonder how cool that would have been if you were in a skateboard or snowboard or like Skitchin game or whatever, and you got memorialized as like a real person when you were a teenager. And like now you're just in a game forever. Like, how interesting must that be?
That would be so cool. If I want to be in a game forever, somebody put me in, okay? I give you permission. And you can, and if for some reason this is in a court case in the future where I'm suing you because you put me in a game, you can use this video clip in order to combat me, okay? Because I give you permission. So there you go. Oh. Be better if you paid me, but you know. I'll go ahead and take free appearance, okay? I'll take the fame. I'll take the glory. And Justin brought me ravioli, so that's even better. Yeah, actually, if you put me in a video game, it better not be Skitchin, okay? I do not want to be Skitchin anywhere. Yeah, we got ravioli, we got Skitchin. This is all I need in my life. No Alfred and the Fetick, okay? The ravioli and that are deadly. They don't really do anything. They just sit there, but they're deadly. Okay, so right now, yeah, how do you think the players are doing?
I have Valley Clear saying that the game didn't save their stuff, and I'm not sure what they mean by that. Like, did it save your money? Did it save your items? I'm not sure what happened there, but anyway.
I have no idea.
But, it seems to be doing pretty good. So, we got some of them on Seattle, which is the 4th race.
I think that's good advice in the game. Don't drink and skitch.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
If you're no, your skates! Boom! Don't throw your skates at the wall, people. They explode.
Okay, so Clara says never mind. Because, yeah, the password should save your cash and gear. So maybe they just typed it in wrong. It's a little bit annoying. So the password is in lowercase, but the password entry window is uppercase. So it's like you gotta kind of like decipher what that looks like.
Oh,
because it's in that kind of font.
By the way, thank you for sending me the various cast of characters in here. I would definitely love to share that with everybody. Let me get this downloaded.
Yeah, we got some good characters here.
Yeah,
and yes, I warned everybody about the passwords, so they should know what they are.
So here we go! I'm gonna have to do a little zoom in here because y'all need to see these characters. Yeah, because guess what? Over on the... Oh my gosh. Maybe. It might take a little while to get there, Kay. Come on, zoom, zoom, zoom. As it turns out, OBS does not have the best zooming features imaginable. But that's okay, we're getting there. We got Fester up at the top left. There's Jezebel chilling right next to him. Dan Gur? Yeah, it's just Dan Gur.
Danger? Dan Gur?
Oh, it's supposed to be Danger, but it's Dan Gur.
Caustic.
Caustic definitely looks like somebody who is probably as nerdy as me trying to be cool. I like that. Jackal with the mohawk. And Viper, who honestly looks like he could be a Viper. That's scary. Not a big fan of the snake look, Viper. Go ahead and do a reveal for the next row. We've got Malice. That pink hair. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. Okay, I dig the pink Thrasher. Thrasher, I bet that hanging out with him would be awesome. He looks pretty great, okay?
Yeah, these people look pretty cool.
Slash, I feel like you should when you put a bandana on, part of the reason with the long hair, oh, no, that's not a bandana, that's a beanie, is to keep the hair out of your face. This is not going to be good. You're going to get into a crash and hurt your knees, okay? Reject to the right. See, Reject is doing it correctly. Reject, there is no hair in front of your eyes. The hair is to the sides. And, yeah, that way we can see your beautiful grimace there. We have the Spectre below. Those are big gauges. Is that a gauge or is that just an earring? I'm not completely sure, but it's one of those two. And then Crash Cassidy to the right of the Spectre. That's pretty... Oh my gosh, no, I didn't mean to move you. I meant... Oh my gosh, come on. Get back. Okay. Moving on to the next couple rows. Very important here. Oh, only one row left. Okay, Tank, who looks like... What's his name? The guy who is never nude. You remember that one guy? I think...
Is that from The Office?
I think it was Arrested Development.
Oh, right, you're right.
Yeah. Tank looks like never nude man. We just need to douse him in blue and he'll look great. Carcass. That is a look that I could possibly pull off. And finally, Barb Banger. Got those headphones on, looking absolutely amazing. That is the crew, specifically all of the people who are in the game. Absolutely fantastic cast here. I love them. Yeah.
I wonder who they got to be in these pictures. Is this like crew and family and friends? Like, who is this?
Crew, family, friends. Maybe they went and got some of the people who were like part of their study, you know? They're like, hey,
yeah.
You know what? You gave us a lot of information on what this community is all about. How about we put you in the game, huh? You want to be immortalized as a video game character? And they're like, yeah, come up with a name for yourself. Yeah. And then, I don't know, Bear Banger. And, you know, Carcass was pretty good. Thrasher, I like the name. Fester was okay. Dan Gurr, I'm gonna say that's probably the cheesiest one, but I like you, Dan. You're good.
Got the spirit.
They all looked a little bit too old, though. I'm gonna go ahead and say that.
You're ever too old to skitch.
I think you're always too... I don't know. As soon as you can break your hip easily, like, you're a little too old. So, big question. How are the players doing? What does the order look like? I think Slow Beef is in Seattle, and Valaclaire may have passed that. Go to San Francisco.
Valaclaire just passed Slow Beef.
So there we go. Valaclaire is currently in the lead. Slow Beef second. Right now, Exuno and Anisep somewhere in third and fourth. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one's which, but we'll see how that shakes out by the end.
Also, I feel bad for Flan Kitty. I'm sorry that your microwave has died. But we will have a lovely funeral for you. Oh my gosh, those front flips by Slow Beef. Unfortunately, that's probably going to be enough to destroy the rollerblades.
Yeah, the skates don't have any health.
They're blades. Skates are cheesy. Skates have 4 wheels. Rollerblades have 4 wheels. Okay, there's a difference. The skates, though, they're shaped like a car. Okay, you know, you got the 2 wheels in the front and 2 wheels on the back. The rollerblade, though, shaped like a knife. 4 wheels in a row. And that allows you, you know what the advantage there is?
What?
You're cooler.
I can't argue with that. Roller derby's pretty cool, though. That's on for quad skates.
Really?
You ever go see a roller derby match?
I never have, but I do.
I love roller derby.
I think I've seen a little bit on, like on YouTube or something. It's violent. It's terrifying.
I don't know. Modern roller derby isn't really violent, but it's a really cool sport.
Maybe I was watching a different version because holy crap, I saw people like tackling each other. Like,
are you watching Rollerball?
What's that?
I love Rollerball too. Rollerball. It's a movie from the 70s.
No, I was watching a legit sport, and by legit I mean at least like at least it wasn't like written by a TV writer. It was people who were legit like going and skating around, and they were allowed to like grab each other and trip each other, and like it is nuts. And the fact that like people would actually do that, I'm like, how are you not dead? I gotta find what this sport is called, because I'm pretty sure it's real, and that it's not just a fever dream. Let me see. Okay.
Yeah, there's different versions of roller derby. I like that Slow Beef is taking the time to change the music tracks. Slow Beef has also changed his name several times. Now he's Chat.
Okay, so it looks like roller derby in general is a contact sport.
Yes.
Okay. In essence, both teams have a jammer and 4 blockers. Okay, so it was roller derby that I was thinking about.
Okay, yeah, I mean...
maybe I just saw some really violent matches.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, roller derby's fun.
That sounds so cool. Yeah.
And I love the names, because it's like, they have like a registry of names, so everybody has to have a unique one. And everybody has like their... You know, it's like, I don't know, they're all funny names. Let me look up my local one.
Yeah, so everybody, if you ever want to see somebody die by roller skates, that is probably the best sport to watch because it can get intense. At least if you watch what I watched.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like violence on wheels? I mean, that's why we're all here, isn't it?
True. As far as I know, nobody actually died. Apparently, somebody's sister who does roller derby is known by OC Diva. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm sorry that I'm talking so much about roller derby and not enough about Skitchin. I mean, they're like cousin sports, you know? Skitchin, yeah. Guess what? Sounds like kitchen. And honestly, I've got ravioli that came from the kitchen. What did Skitchin do for me? Nothing.
Prime still.
I mean, actually, it gave us a stream, so there's that. Game over for Slow Beef. Unfortunately, Slow Beef is a little bit walled with Seattle.
Yeah.
That's not too much of a surprise.
Seems to have a good, yeah. Slow Beef does seem to at least have a good idea how this game works. Like, he's not afraid to restart this and get back in with the password.
Yeah, honestly, one difficult thing about games like this is that the AI can actually have a big influence over how you're doing. It looks like Slow Beef accidentally entered in something in the password wrong. Gonna have to enter it in again.
No, you can just backspace.
Well, I mean, backspace all the way to almost the beginning and start it again. Yeah, there we go.
This game does have other modes, by the way. You can play against other people. There's a tournament, but they're not
multiplayer.
Yeah, and there's a tournament, but they're not playing that because it would be like like 1 versus 1 against like one AI, and it's like just do it this way.
Yeah, that's not great. This is a better option. I remember Road Rash, which this is based off of the same engine as you said. Road Rash, we actually would play that over the internet with my uncle, and like we would direct connect via modem. It was great. It was so much fun.
Yeah, it sounds fun.
Oh, it was laggy as all get out as well. But you know, considering it was probably like 1993, 1994 internet, being able to play any game over the internet was so cool.
Yeah, anything online was really impressive until like even early 2000s, like mid 2000s, because just like it was cool when anything was multiplayer.
Oh yeah, I'm still occasionally impressed with how like in sync things get on the internet these days, like between games. Netcode is an absolute nightmare for developers. Anybody who has worked with netcode has that story. So honestly, seriously, anybody who works on that, you are just a magician. You are a genie in a bottle, and you should be proud of what you have done, making the impossible possible.
Yeah, especially these games with like millions of players. It's just very impressive.
Yeah, what the crap? How do you even do that? Then again, like MMOs are made in a way that usually like a lot of the stuff tends to be client side, and what the other players do, the damage that you're going to take is more client side than like relying on netcode. Anything that is PvP is a little bit trickier. Yeah.
Anyway, I think we're mostly hearing the same track from Anosep, but this game does have a bunch of tracks in it, and then they're all funny names. And you go through the CD player.
That's fine. Yeah, and I would say, you gotta change it up every once in a while, you know? If you're playing a game that's all about aesthetics and you're not changing it up, then what are you doing? Okay,
yeah,
so Slowbeef
players,
currently trying to finish Seattle. Like, if Slowbeef can just finish Seattle without breaking the skates, he may be able to repair them and thus have another good attempt at Seattle. Like, that's the big thing. His skates keep breaking.
Yeah, you have to be able to get past that wall.
There we go, finished. That's not enough to move on to San Francisco, but it is enough to... Chat is a loser? Did you really put that in, Slowbeef? You're gonna cause drama here. I love it. Hey, I'm not Chad. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and say that.
Chat.
Yeah. Ooh, Slowbeef breaking the skates right away. I don't know if that's on. Like, can you repair the skates in between?
If it lets you go to the shop.
Game over. That is bogus and sad. Crying. You say Chad is a loser? Well, guess what? You broke your skates. Rollerblades.
Oh yeah, right now we still have a clear order of Valley Claire, then Slowbeef, and then either Exuno or Anosep. Not sure right now.
Yeah, like, here's the deal as well. Nobody is going to get eliminated based off of this match, you know?
No.
Third and fourth, they're going to struggle a little bit more in future matches, but that's not a huge deal. As long as they do well in the next matches, they can continue on. You know, whoever comes in second will likely have to come in, not come in fourth in order to keep going in their second match. And Spicy Placenta, I really do not like that name for a song. Ugh.
Yeah, there's some names in here.
Yeah. That is kind of gross.
Also, just gonna say, so Claire, like, if they win, or no matter how they do here, like, they were the one who, they're a first timer, and they were terrified of this. And I said I'm hoping to give a fun game today, so, you know, I'm not at my max terrifying. Yeah, it's always fun when new people do really well.
This game is definitely a little bit jank. Like, whenever you have anything that is a little bit, like, looks based off of real people, real characters, and such, you have the risk of things being, you know, having input delay, just because they like to focus on making animation smooth, and that's not always the best decision for actual gameplay reasons. And yeah, I think that we have a lot of that with this game, that they had a lot of good ideas, it just didn't turn out to be the best when it came to the game.
Yeah. Claire is on to Los Angeles, which is race 6 out of 12.
Yeah, very nice, Valid Claire. Now, Slowbeef, Anosep, and Exuno are all on Seattle. Slowbeef has finished, but not in a high enough place to actually beat this level. I would say that because of that, if anybody else manages to beat Seattle and get a higher place than Slowbeef, that would technically be closer to making progress. Did you tell them specifically how progress was going to be scored in the case of a tie?
I didn't say. I just said it in terms of, like, progress in terms of races won. But yeah, we'll figure it out if we need to tie break this.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, people in chat are saying this isn't really Kuso. This is more like unusual and jank than, like, bad. Like, I do think it belongs here, but it's not the worst I brought here.
Oh, I would definitely agree. Like, this is not the best made game in the world, okay? It's got issues. But honestly, it's more because of the style of this game. You know, it's very over the top. It is very 90s, and it's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
you know? And just because the game is jank or weird doesn't mean that it's bad, you know? There are plenty of bad things in the world that are enjoyable.
Oh, definitely.
And there are plenty of janky things in this world that are enjoyable. And honestly, I'd say that, like, just visually, this game is so impressive with a lot of faux 3D. Like, even the vehicles look very 3D. And for the Genesis to do this...
Yeah, I really like what they were doing with this. Like, it's just looks pretty good. Like... What this
Good
is.
news, Slow Beef qualifies and moves on,
nice.
Going to San Francisco. And that definitely widens the gap a little bit between second and third. Exuno and Anosep currently fighting between third and fourth. Balaclare has first place. I do not see them losing, but it is possible. I believe Balaclare beat San Francisco and is currently on, I don't know what city this is, like...
Los Angeles. This is the 6th race.
It's been so long since I've been to LA, I wouldn't be able to tell you this is LA.
Yeah, I do like how every track is just like some kind of road outside of town, I guess, with like nothing on the sides, right, pretty much. Just occasional homes.
The scenic route, you know?
Yeah.
And honestly, that probably made it so that this game was actually programmable. Road Rash for computer, you went through cities, and it was more capable of rendering all of that. This is the Genesis. They embrace the limitations here, and I think that was probably the most helpful thing, being okay with the limitations that the Genesis had.
I think it's always best when games lean into their limitations rather than trying. I mean, it's good when they push them too, but I mean, it's good when a game can use it as a strength. Know what you can do.
I do like all the airplanes in the grass in Seattle. That is very much like Seattle, you know? There's planes all over on the grass. Yeah, I think Claire is a little bit confused about something. Smells like tuna, smog dog, cheese grater.
Belly button lint.
Ugh.
Chug wagon. All good.
Belly button lint isn't that gross. It's fine. Like, just throw it away. Fine. Nobody needs to know. Chuck it in the trash. Yeah, other people are saying that, you know, there have been plenty of racing games that exist on sort of the flat type of road that bends left and right. And yeah, that's really true. I think even on Atari 2600, you had some of those. However, this manages to put enough twists, at least visually, that I'm impressed for the Genesis. I mean, I have seen kart racers on the Game Boy Advance that had, I think the GBA had a decent amount more processing power than the Genesis, and they did not look anywhere this good. Anywhere.
Yeah.
Mostly I'm thinking about Shrek Kart.
Yeah, when I was looking at games for GBC, GBA, there's a lot of racing games, and most of them are not worth your time. I haven't been paying attention to people who've been picking up weapons, but there are weapons in this game.
I believe it.
And yeah, there's different strats to the combat here. You
There's
can
just so
at
much in this
points.
game. There's so many mechanics. Like,
there's a lot.
How are we supposed to keep track of them all? They're weapons. You grab onto cars. You can speed up and slow down on your own. You can squat. You can punch people. You can go and do tricks off of ramps as well as bodies. You can get run over by a car.
That's a feature. And yeah, there's different strats to how you can skitch. Like, you can boomerang yourself off the car with, I think, B button to try to, like, zoom up to the next car quickly. There's different like ways you can do this.
It's just very impressive. Like how
Claire went
many
to jail.
things are happening. By the way, Exuno is in San Francisco. Claire's in jail. Yeah, right now it's between Exuno and Slow Beef. Exuno could potentially pass Slow Beef and move into second place. And honestly, based off of Exuno's skate health, that might be doable.
Yeah, Exuno's got almost full skate health.
Yeah, like, honestly, I do not doubt that Exuno could finish the race. Of course, finishing in a good enough place to move on to the next level, Los Angeles, would be somewhat important, but probably not the most important thing here. You just want to be able to finish, okay? That'll solidify that you've cleared the race once, and that you established a certain place here. Meanwhile, you know, Slow Beef needs to do that as well. You need to finish San Fran at least once. Get that San Francisco treat, baby. Come on.
By the way, I like how this is laid out. So like we got like around North America. We've got race 1 is Vancouver, race 2 is Denver. Race 3 is San Diego. Race 4 is Seattle. Race 5 is San Francisco. Race 6 is LA. Race 7 is Washington. Race 8 is Toronto. Race 9 is Detroit. Race 10 is Chicago. Race 11 is Miami. And race 12 is New York. It's like, what order are we going around the country?
Yeah, like San Diego is Southern California, as is LA. San Francisco's sort of in the middle there. I don't know. So Exuno apparently is a little bit upset. I'm not finishing another race if I go find a password that isn't secretly soft locked. So GG, Exuno is calling it there. Other people are saying Exuno got robbed, and I'm not exactly sure what happened. I don't know if I would necessarily consider it a soft lock. I wouldn't give up.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
Exuno could move into second place on this race. But at the same time, I don't tell people in chat. They can decide if they are going to keep trying or not. And if Exuno calls it there, then Exuno calls it there, and Slow Beef probably holds on to second place.
But yeah, if you're a competitor in this and you quit before the 1 hour, like, that's your business. But you never know. It could be helpful to keep going.
Yeah. With it being this close, like, I understand the decision to just be like, okay, I really can't do better than I've done before. But, you know, technically Anosep could finish Seattle if it goes really quickly and could pass Exuno, and Exuno therefore would move into fourth. Like, my theory is never quit until it's over. Slow Beef entered the password. I hate this. That was not the correct password. Just saying. But yeah, that's also a question that I have. How far did Exuno get on this last push, distance-wise? Because if Exuno had a better distance than Slow Beef's gotten, that could potentially be a second place move, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, how do we determine this? It's like distance in the race and like what place they were in? Or
I feel like distance comes first, and then if you finish a race, the place that you came in.
Okay.
That would be the logical set of progress, in my opinion.
I think we're going to want to see what the players were talking about after this, but...
Slow Beef immediately got run over, so that was cool. Yeah, and Slow Beef, I think that the password system is possibly the worst part of this game.
Yeah. I did try to mitigate that by telling them about it, but I'm sure they're having problems here that I'm going to want to hear about later.
Oh, buy things. Can't buy things.
But yeah, Claire still seems to be clearly the one who's winning this.
Oh no! Claire could not avoid jumping into the sign. It was just there. No, oh, and back to Seattle. Toronto, never mind. Whatever.
What happened there?
Or was that just the demo screen? I'm not sure.
Was it?
Nope, Claire is typing oops. Well, a car ran over Claire and shoved her into a sign, and there was no way that Claire could move left or right at that point, so Claire had to jump into the sign.
Yeah, okay, so I think I told them not to do that, and so that just happened accidentally.
Well, I think the best thing right now, really, the only person who has a chance at establishing a new best right now is Slow Beef. Slow Beef can't move into first place, but, you know, establishing a decent, solid playthrough here could guarantee the second place. I feel like we may need to go and review how far the players made it in San Francisco in order to definitely determine second and third. I know I'm giving people additional work. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping this would be nice and have everybody on a separate level or have clear progress. That's fine. I can go back and check.
All of the hope. Well, with that said, we can go ahead and say that it appears that the rankings are as follow now that we have hit time. That's right, everybody. That is time. And honestly, right now, it appears that Valaclaire has taken the victory. I don't think there's any doubt with that. It appears that Slow Beef has taken second and Exuno third. We will have to go and reevaluate those, and Anasep has definitely taken fourth. That is what we've got here, and all of this mist music. I like this. Congratulations, Valaclaire. You have taken the victory. I'm going to go ahead and ask if they want to come chat. Chat in general voice if you want. Yes. And the players do not quite know what place they came in. Valaclaire did come in first, though, for sure. Hello there, Valaclaire, and congratulations. You have definitely taken the victory today.
Hey, congrats.
I'm very surprised because I thought I was doing miserably.
Yeah, you were so scared that you were like, oh, I'm a first-time player. But you did really well.
Yeah, seriously.
I honestly was like curious, like, okay, this in particular, because I ended on Los Angeles, and this is just like instant game over central with the cops. And I don't know how much the other people ran into it, but sure ran into it like multiple times.
Oh yeah. Slow Beef is right now writing Skitchin. Yeah. Skitchin blows. Oh no. Well, I think we've got Slow Beef's opinion about this specific game. So, question. Because, honestly, I loved watching this. I thought this was a lot of fun. Uh-oh, I think we're going to have some emotions come through. Oh, never mind. It's Slow Beef's child. Yeah. I'm sure Slow Beef is going to do that and then, like, disappear. Okay. What? Skitchin Bigwee. Skitchin Bigwees.
Incredibly so.
Yeah, what are your opinions about that game?
It's really brutal. Any mistake can really send you back, and there were definitely a few times where it was like, okay, I'm all the way back. The only thing I can do is grab a car or something, pray that it takes me far enough, because like it was probably obvious near the end once I started actually figuring out, okay, you can hold the hold button to grab onto something, and that made that a little more consistent.
Yeah, like I know that everybody pretty much got walled on a level, Yeah, for sure. It was very, very difficult. And honestly, like the password boss, where they didn't have very much money left, I think that one player started the game completely over at one point, and that was probably a good choice. Just because, oh my gosh, I think that's probably the worst part of the game, walling yourself with a bad password. And figuring out how to actually deal with that and be willing to backtrack, I think paid off for some of the people. If I'm not mistaken, Valaclaire, did you start over at one point?
I thought that my password didn't work, but I reset and the password worked. All it is that I accidentally pushed the hand at the bottom rather than the start button, and it's just the start button. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah,
all you gotta do is hit start. Oh, yeah. But would you put this, you said this was extremely difficult. Would you put this as a good game, a bad game? Do you feel like it's appropriate for Kusog7ande?
I'd say that the kind of like the jankiness on how you do anything, holding onto the cars or combat, which I know that there was a thing talking about being able to pick up a weapon. I saw the AI with weapons multiple times. I don't think I ever got the option to buy one.
I saw one person get a weapon at one point, and I think they just like grabbed it from somebody. Yeah.
I think you press down. I forget how it is.
Yeah.
Right.
I do think that Exuno is saying that the game was fun. Feels like it would. They would like this if anything at all, and it behaved consistently. Yeah, that's the thing. There's a huge difference between watching the game. I was visually impressed by this. Like, for the Genesis, this game's gorgeous. Yeah, honestly, yeah. But, you know, with things like taking a second to respond when you hit a button, you don't know exactly how long it's going to take for something to kick off. It takes a very specific type of thinking in order to deal with that. I've played a lot of Road Rash, which essentially this game is based off of the same engine, and that's something that I've had to deal with Road Rash, thinking like between half a second and a second ahead of time what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
And that's usually not what you want to do in a racing game. You want to have more of a twitch reaction. But yeah,
it works. I think it works a little better here because the big thing is you kind of have to really pre-prep holding on to a car, because like long and short of it, the big strategy is hold on to vehicles as much as humanly possible. So you have to really pay attention to the thing at the bottom showing you where cars are and just prep and hope you're in the right spot, because sometimes you're not. And you either miss it, which is fine, or you get ran over.
Oh, yeah. That is... like, all of that prep. Thinking ahead and just figuring out how to deal with the randomness when AI shows up and decides to punch you in the face. Yeah, it's a struggle, but honestly, I feel like everybody who played today did a really good job at figuring it out. It's just some of you had a little bit of an easier time, I think, with early stages, and thus got a decent boost when you were making it towards the end. And honestly, you know, you had that great push through San Francisco. I think it took you one try, something like that. Like, it was great.
One of them did, yeah. Not sure which one.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all that we have for today, everybody. This has been Kusog7ande, the Bad Video Game Tournament. We will be back later on in the week. Tuesday night, though, I'm going to be over at GDQ's channel starting 7 p.m. Eastern with some Phasmophobia. For Friday will also be on GDQ channel. I'm running a new show there, Grudge Match, essentially two people racing each other in a game they've never played before and battling to see, you know, who wins the grudge. Saturday, hopefully we'll have some Kusog7ande, and Sunday I will be hosting over at Fastest Furs for their marathon supporting Planned Parenthood. So that is currently the plan. If I have anything else during the week that I stream, I will let you know on Twitter and Discord. Other than that, I think we need to raid somebody, and I think let's raid somebody who is going to understand the raid message that we have, because Slow Beef gave us a good one. Specifically, chat is a loser. Oh, Blowout is pretty good, but I like chat is a loser. I'm gonna go ahead and say raid incoming. Don't feel like we're attacking chat. Lol. Okay, there we go. Chat is a loser. That is our message. Chat is a loser. Go and tell. I have warned him that we have a raid incoming, so it should be fine. Everybody go say hi to P-Seg. Okay, let me actually start that raid. That would be good. Well, thank you so much. I'll see you later, Claire. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, and thank you so much, Hedge Maze. This was so much fun.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to have this. Thanks for doing this.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.